Dead Zone Entry 1. August 12th, 2023. It's strange how a single moment can change everything. I never thought my 21st birthday would start like this. I'm Alex Cardwell, and it's supposed to be the best day of my life. I've always been the nerdy kid, but I'm not just that. I hit the gym hard, balancing my love for comic books and video games with a passion for athletics. My friends, Jamal and Mia, were crammed into the van with me, their laughter filling the air as we drove back to my house to prep for the party. "Bro, you better have the good stuff," Jamal shouted from the passenger seat, his excitement palpable. "Yeah, Alex, we're counting on you to make this night unforgettable," Mia chimed in, her eyes sparkling with anticipation. I grinned, feeling a rush of pride. I had planned everything down to the last detail: music, food, drinks. Nothing could ruin this night. Nothing. Except maybe an accident. That thought flitted away as I focused on the road ahead. Suddenly, I jolted as the van hit something. It felt like a rock, and as I swerved to regain control, my heart raced. I glanced to my left, and for a split second, I saw a figure standing just beyond the tree line. The person was dressed in torn clothes, their shirt hanging in tatters, and their pants were no better. They looked disheveled and eerie, a stark contrast to the festive energy bubbling inside the van. "Dude, what's wrong?" Jamal asked, noticing my sudden tension. "Did you see that?" I murmured, trying to shake off the unsettling feeling. "See what?" Mia leaned forward, her brow furrowed. I sucked my teeth, my mind racing. I thought about stopping, but the party loomed ahead, and I didn't want to ruin the mood. "Never mind," I said, gripping the wheel tighter. "Let's just get home." As we arrived at my house, a familiar excitement buzzed through me. The porch was decorated with colorful lights, and the smell of barbecue wafted through the air. My friends and I rushed inside, the worries of the road fading with each step. The party kicked off, and for a while, it felt like an escape from reality. Music thumped loudly, and laughter echoed as friends filled the living room, drinks in hand. I felt the weight of the world lift for a moment, but the image of that mysterious figure lingered in the back of my mind. Sitting at the table, I took a sip from my drink, letting the alcohol wash over me. Jamal plopped down next to me, a grin plastered on his face. "What's up, man? You look like you've seen a ghost." "Just thinking about that person I saw on the way home," I admitted, my voice barely above a whisper. "Forget about it. It's your birthday, dude. Everyone's here for you. Just enjoy the party," Mia insisted, waving her hand dismissively. I nodded, trying to shake off the feeling, and for a moment, I lost myself in the festivities. Friends danced, music blared, and laughter filled the air. I wanted to be free, to let go of the eerie thought that had crept into my mind. But as the night wore on, the unease returned, gnawing at my thoughts. Outside, the night sky was suffocated by darkness, and I couldn't help but glance out the window occasionally. The trees swayed gently in the wind, but something felt off. A chill ran down my spine, and I found myself wondering about the person in the woods. What were they doing there? Why were they so disheveled? As the night wore on, I tried to immerse myself in the party, but that nagging feeling wouldn't leave me. I glanced at the clock. It was getting late. I decided to step outside for some fresh air, hoping it would clear my mind. The moment I stepped onto the porch, I felt a gust of wind whip through the air, carrying with it an unsettling silence. The laughter and music faded into the background, replaced by the rustling of leaves. I scanned the tree line, my heart pounding. Maybe I should have gone back, I muttered to myself, regret creeping in. And then, from the corner of my eye, I saw it. That same figure, now closer, its torn clothes barely visible in the shadows. It stood motionless, staring back at me with hollow eyes that seemed to pierce through the darkness. Panic gripped me, and I stumbled back, nearly tripping over the porch step. My friends were inside, oblivious to the horror unfolding just outside. I fought the urge to scream, to call for help, But all I could do was watch as the figure took a step forward, its movements jerky and unnatural. Suddenly, the lights in the house flickered, and a sense of dread washed over me. What if I hadn't ignored that feeling? What if I had stopped to help? The party continued inside, but I felt a dark shadow looming over me, a sign of something sinister brewing in the night. As I stood frozen on the porch, torn between fear and curiosity, I knew one thing for certain. This was only the beginning. The world outside was changing, and I was about to be drawn into a nightmare I could never have imagined. To be continued.